Hey Toolerinos, I've got a yard sale tool haul here. There's some more that doesn't fit on the tray that will be coming in afterwards, but have to go with what you can see. If I just pile it up on there, you can't see everything. So this was from about 2 weeks before Memorial Day, so Memorial Day-esque tool haul. Alright, so we're at a yard sale and they had a bunch of files. And there was one of these that I think I might have seen in a Scout Crafter episode some time back. It's got this plastic handle with these wedges to hold the file in place. It's in there really good. I could not just pull it out. It looked interesting. I don't have one like that, so I thought that would be a good one to check out, to try out. And then there's a small triangular file. It's in pretty good shape, a little bit of rust, but I'll take care of that. It's a nice thin coarse file. Again, a little bit of rust, but not too bad. And here's a smaller coarse file with a long handle. Kind of interesting. And all these files were 2 for $1. And then here's a nice fine round file. And this is your typical bastard file. It's in pretty good shape. It looks like it was barely used, so for 50 cents I just couldn't pass it up. And then we got this old square file. It has seen better days. A little rust up here. I think the tip may have busted off at some point. And but the real reason I was drawn to it was the handle. It's one of those spin-on handles that cuts a little bit of teeth into the tang of the file. You see? And so I thought, well, that's cool. I don't know that I have one of those or not. If I do, maybe one. So it's pretty cool. And you see, this one was $1. They knew quality when they saw it. They charged $1 for this one instead of 50 cents. And then this is a nice old wood-handled screwdriver. It's Phillips, and it's in pretty good shape. And it says here, let's see if I can show it up. Number 2, Phillips, license, patent numbers, made in USA, carbon steel. So it's a good quality screwdriver. Be a good cleanup. This, I'm not sure what this is. I don't know if this is for, sand casting, for making runners, or if it's a pointing tool. Normally the pointing tools are rounded though, so, a masonry pointing tool. So I don't know what this is. It says Cornwell 14-2. So, or maybe it's 1.4-2 actually. So anyway, if anybody knows what that is, please let me know in the comments. And I found what seems like a well-made old pair of scissors. It says, let's see here, Boomerang VCM. And on the other side it says Hot Drop Forged Steel, Italy. So, scissors made in Italy. And they actually still cut pretty well. They're not terribly dull. They just need a little cleanup. Alright, now this, I've been looking for something like this. It's like the older brother version of John Fix's little socket set. It does not say Indestro on it anywhere, but it sure seems like an Indestro. It's got this ratchet that's kind of stuck in place on this socket. I'm not really sure how that's stuck, but the metal here is bent out here and out there, and it's jamming this top bar in. It's got a detent ball here, but you see it's not engaged, but it does move. But this end of it is really stripped. I'm not sure if that's salvageable or not. I've got a guy, a friend who does some blacksmithing, maybe he'll have an idea for a way to reform that and harden it and make it useful again. If not, I'll have to look for a replacement part. And of course, I'll have to look for sockets. And I'm sure this is supposed to be captured in there, but because this is bent out and this is bent out, that's just got too much slop, such that it can sort of fall out. That, and there's no sockets to keep it trapped under there. But I have collected a number of Indestro sockets that are very similar to this, so we'll have to look around and see what I can find. There is a let's see if you can see it. Right under here, there's a patent date. So I was able to find the patent, so I'll show you the patent. That takes care of the tray. Let's bring out the big things. I've got this barely used, so like new old stock, Craftsman drill grinding attachment. So you're supposed to mount this next to your grinder, and then you can set the angle and the depth and regrind your drills. The perfect grinding attachment for all twist drills. You know, there's some shelfware in the box here, but it looks like it was barely used. Let's take that out of there. Craftsman drill grinding attachment, number so-and-so, patented. I'll see if I can find the patent for that. And it has the instructions inside the box, which is pretty cool. Step-by-step instructions, things to consider. And here on the bottom it says that as with any fine tool, more proficiency will be acquired with practice. So, still, I'm kind of excited to try it. I've got my vintage Craftsman grinder with a very nice grinding wheel on it, so I think I'm going to try setting that up sometime and try it out. And then the surprise. I found one of these awesome universal nail pullers. And let's see if there you go. Universal nail puller, warranted, all parts interchangeable. And the patent date is May 24th, 1904. So I'll show you the patent. And this is very much like the one, if I remember correctly, that Scout Crafter has and showed us and demonstrated. And I thought it was super cool, and if I ever found one, I'd buy it. And I found one. And it was a good price. I think I paid $10 for it. And I find it very interesting that they put in here all parts interchangeable. You know, the Industrial Revolution, one of the important things was interchangeable parts. So here in the early 1900s, some companies were still using that as a marketing feature, you know. Not that this has a whole lot of parts to it, but it says here, Landers, Frary and Clark, New Britain, Connecticut, USA. And still appears to be fully functional, but could certainly use a good cleanup. And it's held together with this pin that's kind of pressed in almost like a rivet, but it's tall on both sides so that the weight for hammering this down in is captured. But if you drive that out or drill it out, then you can remove this part and do a really good restoration on it. And then when you put it back together, you'll have to put in a new piece of rivet material in there, which I think I could manage. So I'm looking forward to doing this as a project. You can still see a lot of Japanning still on there, the old original paint. Universal number 2. Doesn't all fit in the view. Oh, almost forgot the oil can. So I found this neat old oil can, and it seems very heavy for its size. The spout and this knurled part is brass or copper, probably brass, and then the rest of it is it's going to leak if I tip it, so I'll do it quick. The rest of it is very like a copper plated steel, and a magnet sticks to it, so it's definitely not brass, but it's just a really little tough looking oil can. I mean, it feels super tough. It's heavy, and it's got some light dents in it, but I don't know. It just kind of spoke to me. I don't have one quite like this, so I think that'll do it for this one.